All right, let's get it. I want to move some things over. Boom.
Amsoil Interceptor synthetic two-stroke is designed.
Go. All right. All right, the chat is open. Should be set up. Yeah, so today we're going to be going over the 9060-9060 XT prices. It's also going for the 8 GB and 16 GB models. So, we're going to go over speculative prices for it. Nothing has been actually set in stone for the actual prices of these cards yet, so we're going to try to figure out, actual prices for these cards. Oh, my bad. Yeah, don't forget to get her done. So how goes your day, man? Forgot to turn my sound on. Hopefully everything sounds alright. Yeah, it's Saturday, no work. Yeah, that's the main thing, right? That is the main thing. Plus, it's spring break, so the kids don't have school for 10 days. Oh, well, yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. Nice. But he's home. Hopefully, everyone's relaxing today. I just got back from getting some groceries. Just checking some places where what they're saying for the prices. I don't think it's gonna be that low of a price, to be honest, for the 8 GB model for what they're saying. But they're gonna try to like outbeat the B580 price, so we'll have to see. Kind of like what they're saying on the B580, the ARC B580 card. A couple places are actually giving it like a 5 star just due to the fact it's a decent card for the price. I kind of agree with it. I do agree. It's gonna be hard to beat the B580 due to the fact that it was a good price and a decent card. So we'll see with the 9060 XT and also the 5060 Ti. See what they're actually going to perform like. Again, I've already shown performances on the 5060 Ti. So I'm not sure if it's actually going to be that or if some things are going to be changed up and it's going to actually perform better. If it performs better, if it performs like the 4070, that'd be actually insane. Same thing with the 9060 XT. If they can make it so it performs like the 4070, that'd be a contender for a budget card. It would be a really good contender. But they have to keep the prices down. That's the thing. So they're saying like 329 to 379 for the XT, which is going to be like the 16 GB model is what I'm talking about. What's up, man? We got Ryzen 7 7000X3D RTX 5070 or 14600KF RTX 5070 Ti. Ooh, that's a tough choice there. Uh, just in case you wanted to upgrade the platform in that, I'd go with the Ryzen 7 7000X3D and the 5070. Because even the 7800 X3 is amazing for gaming. If you're talking about gaming, I mean that's a tough choice, man. That's an actual tough choice. The 14600 KF is a good CPU. Gaming, yeah. If you're looking to upgrade and not have to worry about down the line of the platforms changing, because you're the 14th gen is the end of that platform of LGA 1700, so that's the only thing there. Not unless you're gonna upgrade to like the 14900K or KF, then I might go with the 14600 KF and 5070 Ti. But the 7000 X3D and 5070 is a really good combo as well. So that's a tough choice, man. Because they're right around the same price for that setup there. Due to the fact you're saving some money on the 14600 KF. But if you're trying to upgrade down the future for the CPU and the GPU, I would go with the 7000 X3D 5070. If you're okay with just upgrading the actual CPU, just like maybe once or twice, that's it. But with the Ryzen 7 7000X3D, the AM5 platform, you got a few more years at least with that platform. And the 14th gen, the LGA 1700, you're at the end of the platform life, unfortunately. I do like to give people the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, no problem, man. Like generally, I would recommend like a 13600K or 12600K for a cheaper platform to start off on. Then if you're want to upgrade, you can just upgrade to the 13600K, 13700K. If you have adequate cooling, as in like a custom water loop or a really beefy AIO, you can go with the 13900K or 14900K and get some really good performance. Tons of multi-threading, especially if you start going into different kind of um, like platforms on what you want to do. Not platforms what you want to do, but like what you want to do in general, not just game. You have all those cores, tons of multi-threading. It's great CPU. But even the 14600K, lots of cores. I mean, it's 14 core CPU. I mean, perfect. Plus, that boost clock's pretty high. Low powered. Don't need a crazy cooling system with it. Yeah, the leaks with the 9070 XT were bang on, which is absolutely insane. I liked how the leaks were really good, and we also went over the speculative prices on it too. And again, we were right on point for the pricing. If you were part of the live stream, did believe I made a video about it too, but we're right on point for the pricing for those cards. So hopefully we can be the same with the 9060 XT. Again, there's going to be an 8 GB model and 16 GB XT as well, so a little bit more of a price range there. But if they can keep the XT model 8 GB, I'm gonna say that's XT model 8 GB to like around $229 to $250. That would actually be a decent price for it. 16 GB, 300 to maybe 349 or 350 would be decent as well. Of course, cheaper would be better, but especially nowadays, it's kind of hard to have cheap. How's it going, Terrence? How goes your day, man? Good man, slugging back. More twisted teas. Nice. Hopefully you're having a good day drinking. I got my coffee as usual. I just got back from getting groceries. It's a far walk, so just want to relax and go over some pricing, and hopefully we can nail this pricing on the 9060 and 9060 XT, the 8 GB and 16 GB models. So that's what I'm hoping. If anyone has any kind of pricing that they're thinking the card's going to be, or pricing that they would like to see it as, of course we want cheaper. Cheaper would be better, but try to be more open-minded on how things are right now for GPU pricing and the actual performance of things, because we're in a weird time right now for CPUs and GPUs, or even PC hardware alike. So it's brutal. How's it going, Tech? How's the weather in Canada this morning? It's a little damp. It's not exactly warm. It's a little damp. Just got back, so I'm warming up actually. But yeah, it's not nice. It's about 5 degrees out, and it's been raining, so it's super super damp. Food basics? No, I go. Uh, the, the closest spot for me is actually a convenience store. And the convenience store actually has basically a lot of things that I need, so I go there usually. Sunny in Brockville? Nice. I mean, it's kind of sunny, but it's really cloud covered here. Really damp, not warm. I did have to put on a coat and stay warm. It's about a well, overall, it's just over a 2 kilometer walk for getting groceries, so it's not terrible. Only takes me about 40 minutes in total. It was cold last night here in Alabama. Yeah, I got cold. The other night it got really cold, like minus, almost -10. It got really cold the other night. Today's not as cold. It's just super damp because it rained all day yesterday, like all day yesterday. All the snow that we got over the beginning of this week is basically completely gone again, just because it rained. Brutal. And I don't like the dampness. I really don't like the dampness. Yeah, it would have been some good night for overclocking. Yeah, you got that right. Are you in Pembroke area? No, I'm not in Pembroke. I'm like closer to Toronto, but not Toronto. Still like a few hours away. Depending on traffic, of course, but it's going to be 70 Fahrenheit all day here in Cali. That's not too bad. At least, is it sunny at least there? Because it's not sunny here. If it was sunny, it would have been actually a decent walk, but no, it was cloudy and damp. Not nice. All right, take it easy, man. Lots of sun. That's nice. That's always nice. Having lots of sun. You guys think it was a smart move for AMD to just stick with the GDDR6? Make it a higher grade GDDR6, so a little bit more bandwidth, but it's still not maxing out even PCI Express 4.0. So, and yet we're all the way to PCI Express 5.0 GPUs, and we didn't even max out the bandwidth on PCI Express 4.0. It's just insane. Like, in a way, it kind of helps AMD because it keeps their cards down, but it's is it gonna hurt them in the long run for when these newer games come out and they're gonna want more bandwidth? Or is it just maybe you think it's fine for them to do that due to the fact they're not making a high end, like an actual high end enthusiast grade GPU this year? Sure, they tested with both and didn't see an increase in performance, so they decided to go with the lower memory. Yeah, true, 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 true. Maybe they did actually do a testings on it. It's just kind of odd because you would think that more bandwidth for certain applications and or games you'd want more or need more because they are on PCI Express 5.0, but they don't have the bandwidth for it. Like not even close. Not even close. Yeah, AMD did use 9070 XT for their uh, testing, and they did overclock it. That's why the performance that was shown by AMD when it before it was released was a little bit higher than what we have for basic 9070 XTs, non-overclocked from factory. And AMD did have an overclocked 9070 XT for their testing. Dark 96, we know very little right now. We can make some reasonable explorations on its based in previous leaks. Yep, and we've gone over that. How's it going, Dink Anderson? The sin with the gods of tomorrow. What are the gods of tomorrow? This is where I start to doubt the leaks. Price of 349 would be a 200 gap between the card. Yeah, true. Shout from Beaverton, Ontario. Very nice. How's it going? Beaverton. I haven't been to Beaverton, Ontario in so long. Like, it's been a while since I've been to Beaverton. I've been all around Ontario, by the way. Like, all around Ontario. So, nice. I've been there. It's been a while. Been 6 years, about 6 years, 6 or 7. 6 years, yeah, 6 years now. Never been to Beaverton, but I ate some beaver last night. Got a whole bunch of Ontarians here. It's nice. Yeah, Nvidia really is focusing on like their higher end GPUs with AI or just their AI in general. It's insane. Gonna go twist one. Alright, man, take her easy. Be safe out there, man. AMD looks to make major AMD looks to be making major strides in that department, even though if the RX 9070 XT is 10% behind the 5070 Ti in terms of raw performance, and I suspect the average might be a lot closer than that. It's full 20% cheaper, yeah. And she's easy, take her twice. Fact is that AMD had, yes. So some people are still rocking the 5070, the RX 5070, and it runs perfectly well for 1080p. A graphics card that retails for just $179 in the US when it was released back in 2017. I've offered to replace it with something a bit more current, but he says why it still works fine. I mean, for some people, like they're just fine with an older graphics card. They're not looking to upgrade to a million frames per second for gaming. In the games that they're playing, they're seeing the frames that they need, and it works for them. So, and there's a lot of games out there that run just fine on older graphics cards. So I agree with that. 100% agree with that. The affordable to mid-range space is where Team Red excels. Yep. And after some small missteps in the previous desktop generation, I reckon it's ready to take back its crown. With Nvidia focused on AI and ridiculously high performance GPUs, there's no time like the present. Yeah, there is no time like the present for actual PC hardware. It's absolutely insane. The prices are all over the place. Ugh, the way things are going with tariffs and all that too, it's gonna be actually brutal. We're gonna see even used GPU prices go up. We're gonna be seeing even the newest, latest GPUs that got released go up in price. So people that got their actual GPUs at MSRP price, I mean, they're gonna be really, really happy with that. Very happy with that. I would be. I mean, I would be happy with that as well. Hey, how's it going? Good morning, man. Well, it's afternoon now, but good morning. How goes your day? Yeah, at least morning for you. Yeah. How goes your day? Well, how goes your morning so far, man? How's it going so far? Just watch Beavis and Butthead do America. Let's go, man. Yep. Watched that a million times as a kid too when it came out. Yeah, it's so good, man. Nice. And watch some YouTube, very nice. I haven't watched any YouTube or anything today. Just been going over PC hardware. Just got back from getting some groceries. Have a coffee. Well, almost my coffee's almost gone now, but having a coffee, relaxing, going over pricing for hopefully the 9060 XT, more or less for the 9060 XT for the 8 GB and 16 GB model, but we'll see. We'll see how things are. Like speculative prices are kind of eh. Eh. There's no like actual specs are out, but there's like what they're gonna be using, rough, like somewhat of the specs. So the 9060. So we'll go what we talked about a bit yesterday. I can't even find it again. East Side, what's up, East Side? His name's Dink. His parents must have shafted him. I went to Canada once. We went in through the Klondike Highway just across the border. Klondike Highway. Benchmarks? Sorry, there is no benchmarks right now for the actual 9060 or even the 9060 XT. We have performance and like full specs and all that on the 5060 Ti though, the 8 GB. Well, not the 8 GB, the 16 GB, and it's performing like an overclocked 3070 Ti, and it's just under a 4070. So it's an through Skagway Alaska. Oof. Well, I mean, I guess that would be a smooth ride at least. I would hope it would be a smooth ride. Oh, and the 5060 Ti. So the 5060 Ti 8 GB MSI is coming out with a 5060 Ti with an 8-pin connector. So the card's TDP is around 180 watts, I believe they're saying, somewhere around 180 watts. And it's going to have, for one of their cards, a 2-fan model, is going to have an 8-pin power connector. And they're going to have another model, the gaming model, this is by MSI, it's going to have the 16-pin connector. My local Walmart wants to sell 1400K, but no board for it. They're all out GPUs, which they only had a few 4060s and 4070s. The supers, yep, they got some OK SSDs and unknown RAM. Yeah, Walmart's apparently pretty good for some things. Well, that's not good. Quit choking it. Wouldn't build a PC from Walmart though. Yeah, I hear you there. Funny joke, took a ferry into Janu, and when we got there, I asked somebody what's the elevation. The guy standing on the dock looked at me, looked at the water, and says, about 13 feet elevation. About 13 feet, bud. That's awesome. JD Vance left a little treat on Mark Carney's forehead. We've seen lots of talks around the 5060 Ti specs previously, and I've overclocked my 3070 Ti to outbeat the 5060 Ti. So again, it's not, if you have a 3070 or 3070 Ti, it's not going to be an increase of performance for you. Just saying. Just keep your 3070 or 3070 Ti, or even sell it and get something better like the 5070 or 5070 Ti. More or less the 5070 Ti, you'll see some more performance. Or even 9070 XT if you're looking for more VRAM too. If CPU prices ever go up, you could go to Walmart, the prices never change or are never up to date. Yeah, I don't think it dares to. Wouldn't there have to be something to ride? Yes, I'm saying it's small. This is assuming that AMD prices are for the 9060 XT under cards undercut Nvidia's RTX 5060 Ti. Yeah, and as we saw with the 9070 and 9070 XT, the prices were quite a bit lower than the 5070 5070 Ti. Kind of makes sense. They're not, going to be beating Nvidia's cards. So if they're not beating Nvidia's cards, why would they make them the same price or more? It's better to have them a bit cheaper so that way they can actually sell the cards. Master Rod, watch what you're saying. I'm not even gonna allow that one, even though I won't even show. So try to reword it a little bit differently. Yeah, hopefully these budget cards that are coming out. The 16th is when the 5060 and 60 Ti are coming out. So the 16th, the 9060 XT, it could be the end of this month, so the end of April, or up to the end of May. Which I'm pretty sure we're gonna see the end of April when they're coming out for the 9060 XT, 8 GB and 16 GB models. So definitely stick around for that. We'll be going over that as well. No problem. No problem. Yo, what's up there, Debatron? It's all good, man. Happens. I just opened the 8000 kit and turned off the rice. Turned off the rice? And turned off the rice and 9950X 3D. There we go. I was wondering. Yeah. Ooh, you just opened the 8000 kit. I wonder how it's going to perform. I think it's going to perform pretty good. I wonder if it's going to be like, ooh, PY Prime 2B. If it could do around 9 seconds or even a bit lower than 9 seconds, then that'd be good. Hey yo, it's that guy with everything. If you want to see some pretty cool PC builds, home servers, and stuff like that, you just got to join the Discord channel. We have a lot of stuff going on there as well. Some pretty cool setups that people have. What is up? Good morning there, Duck. How's it going? How was your night? Did you sleep good? Yeah, an alright amount of sleep, I think. Yeah, I went over all this yesterday. So I think we can go over it again today. It would be just fine. So I'm gonna move. I'm gonna do this, do this. Whew. Is it 4500? 4500? And 5090 gonna have any problems paired with the two completely different RAM sticks or nah? It's not the GPUs that matter with two different RAM sticks, but two different RAM sticks can cause issues due to the fact that the timings can be completely different on one RAM stick and the other one. So it's best to always have one kit of RAM, like one kit of RAM. Doesn't matter if you buy a kit of RAM 1 month and then a month down the road you buy the exact same kit. It could be completely different. It could literally be completely different even though it's the same RAM kit. If you watch that video I sent you, I have the 64 kit 6000 CL26 and 48 gigabytes 8000 CL40. I think the 8000 is gonna perform better, even though the timings might primary timings might be a lot tighter. I think the secondary timings are gonna be fairly close. I think the secondary timings are gonna be pretty close, which is gonna give you a good performance boost at 8000. Just due to the fact I know what kits you got there. And 48 gigabyte versus a 32 gigabyte kit, or the 64 gigabyte kit. The timings, the secondary timings are looser on the higher density sticks, even though it is only 6000. But CL26 is nice. I joined back the Discord I left a month ago for other reason that had nothing to do with you guys. I hope so. Yeah, he right. Yeah. I stayed up watching Sora stream, but slept like 5 hours. Just woke up. At least you got at least 5 hours. I mean, 4500 AMD CPU and RTX 5090. I mean that you wouldn't be using a 4500. 4500 is kind of low. You want something beefier if you're using a 5090. Like a lot beefier if you're using a 5090, man. You gotta bottleneck that 5090 like mad. Minimum the 9800X 3D. Minimum, and even still, it bottlenecks the 5090. The only CPU that I've seen so far that doesn't bottleneck it is a 14900K. The 14900K does not bottleneck the 5090. The 9800X 3D in some games, 4 games that I know of have seen so far. Yeah, I kind of figured. Kind of figured you're joking. I mean, I hope so. But the 1400K, I've seen tests already done with 1400K and 5090, and The games that were tested previously with the 9000X 3D 6000 CL28 kits, they're they were bottlenecking, and the 1400K did not bottleneck in the same test. That's the main thing you want to do, is not bottleneck the GPU. So that way you're getting full performance out of the GPU. Are you getting like the best frames with the 1400K versus the 9800X3? Maybe in some games, maybe in not other games. That's nice to know though, because I thought you would be able to run 7000X3D and 5090. Nope. Nope. Unfortunately, you would be bottlenecking the 5090. It's unfortunate, but yeah, you will be bottlenecking the 5090 with the 7800X3D. So the models for these are gigabyte models. So the gigabyte so far is the only one showing their actual gaming 8 GB and gaming 16 GB so far that I've found. But it would still work just fine. Yeah, well, yeah, it'd still be a beast of a system. It would still be a beast of a system, 100%. Yeah, 100% agree on that. You'd still be bottlenecked on the 5090, and if you're gonna be spending, like I said, Canada, where I can find it, is like $5,000 for the cheapest, and where they're averaging around is around $7,500. So you'd wanna, not bottleneck it. When is Intel 15th gen, and how much? But they already came out with it. That's the Core Ultras. Core Ultra 285K, 245K. You know those CPUs. The 285K is the better of them. But what they changed was they gave it DLVR for the CPU, so completely be able to change the voltage on every single core. And there's also no hyper-threading. So 285K has 24 cores, 24 threads, no hyper-threading. And also you can use CUDIM on that CPU. You can use CUDIM, which can be crazy. Like we're talking 9,000 plus mega transfers per second. So the new X3D is really better with the new cards. Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 The 9800 X3D outbeats the 9950X for gaming, but we're talking just gaming, and it's barely beating out the 9950X 3D. So the 9800X 3D is absolute monster. It really is. Just for gaming. So if you do anything besides gaming, you're gonna want the 9950X 3D. Plus the 9900X 3D is like a $600 CPU, and it doesn't even perform like a 9800X 3D or even a 9950X 3D, which is insane. 12 2000. Oh, so it is worse timings. I mean that's really worse timings. That's like a lot worse timings. That's because you're doing 10.3 I think you had before, 10.3 with the 6000 kit. No, that sucks. I mean you can manually tune it, of course, but I mean that kind of sucks. XMP is slower. Um, yeah, I have knowledge for AMD, Intel, and Nvidia. It's not, again, non-biased. I want to overclock every CPU and GPU, so I know a lot about them. Yeah, the last gen was not that great. That's why online you don't see that much, but it's still okay, I guess. Because now people are looking for gaming. Yep, the people are strictly looking for gaming, and people, even with like when the 5800X 3D came out, it was outbeating the 7800X 3D in some cases. Yeah, 10 seconds is still crazy. Yeah, the timings on them are insane. The best kit that you can get is 6000 CL26. Yep. Doesn't matter how much you change the time, you still will get diminished performance if you watch that video. You shouldn't get diminished performance if you change the timings. You should, if you be able to, if you can tighten the timings a bit more from XMP to better timings, you shouldn't have diminished performance. That's kind of odd. It's kind of odd. That'd be due to the fact of the Infinity Fabric and how they're all like the everything's interconnected. Means they really did make these kits strictly for the 9000 series. So hopefully something changes that way, because that's kind of odd. Best I could do is like 19-second. Yep, that'd be kind of average. You can get it up to 8200, but your scores are going to be lower. You could tighten the timings, but your scores are going to be lower. You can just get a 6000 kit run expo. Yeah, yeah. I guess those 6000 kits really are designed for these new 9000 series. That's pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy because PY Prime kind of tell you how good your RAM is, like how good the timings actually are. That's why I like using that as a benchmark. PY Prime for that benchmark. The memory control on the CPU is only 3000. Oh yeah, okay. So instead of going 1 to 1 to 1, it would split it up to a 2 to 1, two. Yeah, 2 to 1 1. No, 2 to 1 1. Yeah, 2 to 1 1, which would make it slower. Yeah, okay. That sucks. I mean, that's still good. Can you did they can you overclock them more than 3000 for the controller and get maybe 6400 working at those timings to make it back to a 1 to 1 to 1? Or is like 3000 the max they've been able to get? It's better than 2000 or 2200. It's better than 2200, which was like god bin before. 6000 megahertz CL30. It's also a good kit. It's, again, the CL28 and CL26 kits from G-Skill, they designed them strictly for the 9000 series. So the timings might be a little different depending if you're using like the 7000 series or not. Because you have to keep AMD to a 1 to 1 or a 1 to 1 to 1 ratio to make sure that AMD actually performs better with the RAM. Or else you'll get really slow RAM speeds or performance. Performance will just go to absolute absolute hit, if you know what I'm saying there. The performance just goes to crap. Yeah, because of that sucks double data transfer. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so that's why AMD performs better to a 1 to 1 to 1. So yeah, 3000 on the memory controller means you can only go to 6000 on the actual memory itself. As soon as you change the memory speed on the actual RAM, the RAM speeds to 6200, it automatically kicks it into a 2 to 1, which is not good for AMD. It's in 1 to 1 technically is better, but since Intel can actually get better like speeds out of their kits, you can make up for that. That's why you can go up to 8000 on Intel and be just fine, and actually see performance gains when AMD you can't, due to the fact that the memory controller cannot handle any faster than what Professor just said, 3000 on the memory controller. So generally for the memory controller, you want to do the memory controller half of the actual RAM speed to keep it to a 1 to 1. So back, the older CPUs for AMD, you can do 2,000. If you can get it to 2,000, you do 4,000 on DDR4 and be really good. Or even 2,000 and do 6,000 on AMD, and you'd be just fine. Then some people had like Godbin AMDs that can do 2,200. We're talking FCLK as well, by the way. Their Infinity Fabric, they need to work on their Infinity Fabric. And also how the CCDs work together, because you got like the actual way everything interconnects, and then they gotta tighten that. If they can tighten that, maybe they can get better speeds, but they gotta work on that to get better speeds. But the performance is there. I mean, the performance is there with just 6000. It's absolutely insane. Like, it's insane. Just a 6000 kit. So you can save money technically, because I'm pretty sure the 6000 kits are $120 to $150 US, so that's pretty good. They're around there, 120 to 150. You can get more expensive ones, of course, but the ones that I've been kind of recommending are a bit cheaper, because then you can save some money and still get the performance you're looking for. Your kit was 350 USD. Holy moly! And that's the you got the G Skill kit, the G Skill CL26 kit. Cause well, not all the RAM kits are gonna perform that good either. Cause they must have taken their time trying to figure out the best timings for 6000 CL26 for AMD for the 9000 series. Like, they must have, because that's crazy good performance at 6000 megatransfers per second. Like, crazy good performance at PY Prime 2B. Like, 10 seconds is pretty dang good. Yeah, the best I get with a 7200, so 7200 with some good timings on the Hynix M die, is 7.7. It's around 7 seconds, and that's quite a bit of tuning involved. Whoop. Let's go benchmarks. Scroll down. 2B. 2B right here. Yeah, 7.097. I was trying to get lower, but it's also I'm also at 6.3 gigahertz. So, I mean, I'm getting 10 seconds with just Expo and 64 gig. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, and I'm also at 6.3 gigahertz. And I was doing it at 7200 CL32. I could probably beat this now because I figured out a way to do CL28 at these timings. Probably lower the TRFC a little bit too, to like 520, maybe 500 if I'm lucky, and then I can probably get sub 7 seconds, so 6.9 or 6.8 seconds maybe. Yeah, because I'm at 6.3 gigahertz. What is your Ryzen running at for that? I'm out of RAM on my i7 Acer laptop. You mean you're out of RAM? You're out of RAM? You can't exactly run out of RAM unless you're utilizing something. So something's wrong there. Oh, that would yeah, that would do it. That would definitely do it. So my DDR4 with my i7 8700K, I can get 9 seconds. 9.5 seconds on my i7 8700K. CL15 at 4000 on the frequency. It was alright. I didn't have a good motherboard. Better motherboard would have helped for sure, but I was also at 5.2 gigahertz. DDR3. I'm not sure what my DDR3 is. Probably around 10 or 11 seconds. Maybe even worse. 13 seconds, yeah, 13 seconds. My DDR3, 13 seconds at 2200 megahertz CL9. I did that on a 3770K. Basically 5 gigahertz. It's alright. I gotta go in and do a bit better on this. I gotta tighten the timings. CL9, 1212, 21 is not very good. The refresh cycle time is not too bad. I could probably keep it around 120 and raise the frequency a little bit. But CL9, I would like to see CL7 at least. CL7, 11, 11, and either 21 or 24 for the TRAS. 24 can help stability, so might have to go 24 clock on TRAS. Yo, Professor, you should download Geekbench, so Geekbench 6, and let me know what the actual, so I'll show you actually. I'll show you. What up, Jimmy Wells? Hey man, I just came upon your channel a few days ago. Nice. Love the content and love how much content you're blessed. Now I've got some GPUs and an X570p mobile laying around. I'd like to donate for your content. The man, I would definitely love that. I currently don't have a like PO box set up though. And yeah, I mean, I would definitely utilize it for sure. Glad you're loving the content, man. Glad you're loving the content. I'm always trying to put out as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? Put out as much as I can. Do you guys ever get bored and just... oh my god. Yeah, so Geekbench 6 here. I'm going to show 1 second. Get this display capture up here. Yeah, you guys see some... There we go. There we go. So, Geekbench 6, Professor. So, Geekbench 6. I want you to run CPU benchmark. I'm using my system, so... Add me on Discord and we can figure out how I can get this stuff. Discord, yep, okay. I'll definitely add you on Discord there, bud. How do you add people again on Discord? Yeah, run Geekbench 6. If you're here there, Professor, I want you to run Geekbench 6. You might have to download it. Geekbench 6, because I want to see what the memory performance is with the 9950X 3D. I just want to see what the performance of those kits are. Because this right here will actually has CPU performances, like a whole bunch of different CPU tests. Like as you can see, we're doing different kind of compressions and objective detections and stuff like that. But it also has memory performance, single core memory performance, and multi-core memory performance. If it's around 12,000 and up from XMP, that's a good kit. Yeah, I got your name. I'll have to add you. Add friend on main screen. It's on the main screen. Jimmy farted. 9060 XT lower tier 399 AIB extreme models up to 450 12 gigabit format. Ooh, is that what you're thinking? You're thinking up to 450? That's a little high, bud. 450 is a little high. I would assume 450 is a little high, and people would probably not buy a 9060 XT, even the 16 gigabyte model at that price. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. That does seem a little high for 450 though. Just saying they're bad. Have it on my Steam. I think I need to load Steam on a new PC. Okay. But yeah, I'll show you what I mean by that. I'm just gonna hopefully you can hear everything, because running this test does use CPU and RAM, so hopefully you guys can hear me just fine, because usually running these tests you can cut out, so. Add friend, there it is. won't even let me add you. Won't let me add you. It's not working. If you click the Discord link in the description below, it will actually bring you into my Discord channel, and that'd be a bit easier way to add up. Jesus top model, of course, will be the most expensive. Of course, yeah, I agree on that. Jesus will probably be the most expensive there. So as you can see, we got single core performance here and multi-core performance for CPU. This is, don't look at these, because again, I'm literally, like, don't expect, I'm using a 1300K 8 performance core 16 thread right now, but this is not the scores. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I'm doing a whole bunch of things on my PC while it's running. So, but what we're gonna look at though is, oh, whoop, okay, it's gotta be Geekbench 4 or 3. It's gotta be Geekbench 3, not 6. Oops, wrong one. I was thinking it would be the same thing, but apparently it doesn't have it again. Okay, well, it's Geekbench 3. Or 4? I don't think 4 has it. I think it's just 3 that has it. I thought 6 did have it too, but I'm remembering wrong on that. So I'll redo that. Minimize that and that. Driver CPU Z. Oh yeah, I have to restart my PC. I think that's what's causing some issues too. Just restart my PC and it'll fix the issue. I'm old as dirt, boss. I don't do Discord unless I'm playing with Badger and the boys. Nice. There's a Badger in my boxers. AMD will likely drop the performance. So 423,353 for OpenCL score. Yeah, it's not this. I don't have it download, so my Windows is all messed up, so I have to switch all that, unfortunately. And it's definitely not Geekbench 5. It's Geekbench 3 that has it, not Geekbench 6 or 4. 3, version 3. I'm just running 6, 5, and 4 to see my performances while I'm like streaming and all that. But it's Geekbench 3 has CPU and memory, single core and multi-core performance. Yeah, Windows 11 isn't great, but doing the streaming and doing all that on newer systems, Windows 11 is kind of better. There we go, Jimmy. What is up, Jimmy? 148,000. Yeah, it's Geekbench 3 you want. Geekbench 3. I wish they implemented the that memory performance in all of them. That would have been nice. That would have been really nice. Nice. Cards are those? What cards are those? That's SLI. That's not even NV links. What are those? I know they say Republic of Gamers, so they're a Zeus card, but they're SLI, so they gotta be 10 series. At least. Minimum 10 series. And you got some T4, some 3600 T4, so nice white ones. Those are actually really nice looking. And you got X570P. Nice. Oh, yours also saying the CPU Z. Adjust your settings. I think you just need to re-download CPU-Z. I think that's the only issue. That's why it's saying that. I don't think it's an actual issue. I really don't think it's an actual issue. Yours said it too. That's kind of odd. Let's see what performance we got here. Memory, single 10,000, multi 10,000. Wow, single 10,000, multi 10,000. They're like, oh, single core is over multi-core. Stream 13. Stream copy, multi. Wow. Your single core performance is actually insane. Sorry, I'm not keeping up with the chat there, guys. Hey, man, in Discord. Yep. Pixel, say hi, chat. Yep. Nice. Pixel stuff. Would be cool content to compare SLI 10As to the new GPUs. No one has done it yet. I guess they haven't done it. Not a lot of people want to set up for the SLI. SLI is not exactly easy to set up in the new games or even in games. SLI 1080 still perform very well. Yeah, I got one 1080 right there, and I got 1080 Ti right there. Still have my 7700K rig. Nice. I wish I kept my 6700 and 8700K. Those are really good. If you overclocked and you know, set up your RAM, you could probably do just fine. Just give me one sec here. I'll download Geekbench 3. I have a paid version that apparently got deleted somehow. I have to restart my Windows. I've been using it for many years, and yeah, it's probably about time I actually. Oh, also probably because I filled up my actual NVMe drive with the Windows on it, like filled it up to where like it was too much. Might have been the issue. And it actually ruined my Windows operating system. Now I got to figure out where. Three, Windows download, save. Because yeah, that might have been the issue there. Because I did accidentally record for like 12 hours. CPU-Z driver. Security message. Vulnerable driver. Blocking from. It's not. It's a vulnerable driver. See, it's CPU-Z. Don't show this message again. Cancel. I'll enter that later. Run it. I have paid version though for the Geekbenches. SLI is dead for gaming. Yeah, SLI and NVMe Link, which is, you know, better than SLI. But yeah, it's pretty easy with SLI Force Tool. It's a third-party tool. SLI Force Tool. I'll see. I mean, it's not like they've implemented in games lately. So I mean, if they had to make it run in games, it's probably not gonna be great. Maybe for some older games that actually support SLI. Yeah, I played BG3. It's like stuttered like a. Oh wow, brutal. Battleground 3, I think that is. SLI is dead for gaming, yes, but it would still make great content that people would click and watch, because that would, yeah, they would be curious. Does it work or not? There for content, not gaming, lol. As I mentioned too. Yeah, very true, very true. If you haven't used Titus, new utility, I got huge updates and let you optimize release. Titus? Titus? I haven't heard of that. Indeed's AMX 395s, yep, 860S can work alongside AMD GPUs and assisted render. Yep, not SLI, but performance would be amazing. Yeah, well, I don't know if it would be amazing. Again, the games would have to be optimized for it, right? It still have to be optimized in the games for things to actually perform proper. Yeah, so this is right here what I'm looking at for memory performance, and I'm on XMP, and CPU is only on 8 cores. Oh wait, I guess you can't even see it. So my memory performance right now is 9,541 and single core 6,157, and that's on my XMP. Wait, do I even have XMP enabled right now? Yeah, I think. So it's not good. That kit you have is insane. Your single core performance is actually maddening good, crazy good. The 860S can do frame gen and upscale with the main GPU render textures. Yeah. It won't work with the 780M though. Yeah, well that's the integrated, the iGPU. Kind of makes sense there. I mean that'll be fun to do with the 1080. Yeah, it'd definitely be fun to do with the 1080 there. Definitely agree with that. I mean it'd be fun just to overclock them SLI. Haven't SLI'd cards yet for my overclocking. What I do. Yeah, I haven't heard of I haven't heard of it either. I haven't heard of that tool. I have a spare 1080 Ti if you need one. I mean, why not? I would love another 1080 Ti as well. You know what I'm saying? That way I can SLI 1080 Ti's. Definitely would like more GPUs, more CPUs, more RAM kits. I'm always down for more RAM kits too. DDR3, DDR4, DDR5 don't really matter to me. I want to see. This competition starts July 15th for the Team Cup. And now I kind of want to go over the Team Cup. I know some of you might not be kind of bored of the Team Cup, but this is a Team Cup for hardwarebot.org for overclockers. See what I mean? Well, doesn't matter to you. Okay, I have a M3 processor. Eh, you're right. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. Both the power sliders can go to 120%. They both go to 1200 megahertz on them. That's pretty good. And 140 on the core. That's also pretty good. Like, those are pretty good. Yeah, I know it's a Mac processor. That's why I'm saying it. You're right. It doesn't matter to me. It really does not matter to me. And keep those Macs away from me, man. I don't care how good, how efficient they are. I really don't care. So we got X265 benchmark here. W prime 1024. What CPU socket? AM2 plus. I don't have AM2 plus. And then single core 2, 4, and 6. 2, 4, and 6 processor cores total. Now this is gonna be changed. They're gonna be like, oh, you can't use this and this and this. Although if they just make it so it's like this, I can use like my 1300K. I can overclock it to like 6.4 gigahertz, maybe 6.5 gigahertz, and see what I can do for that. That'd be fun. Oh yeah, I've seen that tool. I always preferred Atlas OS, but I only fooled around with that stuff back in the day when I was balling on a budget. Got it. I'll have to take a look at I'll have to take a look at it for sure. For productivity, they are fine. If you grow up on x86 and your game Mac is useless, yeah. Good morning, Born, or good afternoon, Born. How's it going, man? How goes your Saturday? Good morning. Glad to see some new faces. Yeah, there's a bunch of new people here. A bunch of new people here joining the channel today. If anyone has any questions about the 9060 or 9060 XT, some performance that we might look at for it, and pricing, because we're technically going over the pricing on it, let me know. So that's miscellaneous. So miscellaneous, I like miscellaneous generally. So we got 32B, 2 GPUs, AMD Radeon, 2 Radeon graphics cards. I don't have 2 AMD Radeon graphics cards. 3D Mark 11 physics divided by core. Socket AM2, AM4, and AM5 CPUs only. That kind of sucks. Y Cruncher Pi 1B DDR3, so AMD as well only. So I can't do miscellaneous. So we got Nvidia GPU, no ES samples. Got it. Eugene Supervision 1080p Extreme, single GPU cards only. 3D Mark 11, 3 3 scores, single GPU only. So 3D Mark 11 I like to do. Times by 3 scores, single GPU cards only. Got it. Vantage Extreme. One dual GPU, single PCB cards only. Ooh. Ooh. We also got AMD GPU and Intel CPUs. Ooh, ATI. I'm allowed to use my ATI cards? Let's go. I'll definitely use my ATI cards. I have some old Bulldozer CPUs. Yeah, man. And some i7 920 sitting around. i7 920. And 8150 FX Bulldozer. I burnt through the AM3 motherboard though. I was overclocking it on air on a really cheap motherboard, and I burnt the I burnt the traces through the back of the motherboard from the VRMs. One recommendation for the channel: get you a nice bright tapestry to hang behind your shot, behind all your hardware. Maybe a little RGB light bar on the front of your desk. Sounds dumb, but those small things help channel grows huge nowadays. True. I just don't have the budget. I don't have a budget for buying stuff right now, unfortunately. I would try to do everything I can to help out the channel, of course. I mean, whatever I can do for, what people like, I'd definitely like to try. My first built OC system was AMD Winchester 3000. Wow. You are old. Let's see the oldest GPU you have on hand. Buddy, right. On hand. Shoot. Right here. The oldest one I got on hand is the 8600 GTS by MSI. 256 megabytes of RAM. 256. Oh yeah, we're chooching. One single 6-pin. But yeah, it's a nice card. I got it at an electronic scrapyard. I did have to do some soldering work to get it working, but it works just fine. It works just fine. I don't know. I love this card. I absolutely love this card. Hopefully you guys can see that all right. BFG 88 GTS. Yeah, Behemoth at the time, yeah. Yeah, it was. Yeah, then I also got the 9600 GT. It's a 1 gigabyte card from Zotac. Not their first. I would like Zotac's first graphics card, which was the 7300 GT. I would like to get one of those. Yeah, it did run. It runs cooler. It doesn't run exactly like the fan. The fan moves. The fan moves air, man. It's yeah. Yeah, they 80 turn your room into an oven. Yeah, probably. But I mean, I got a whole bunch of old graphics cards. I got older graphics cards than that. Like ATI graphics cards that are 20 years old. The 8600 GTS isn't 20 years old yet. How do I donate channel so you can get some visual accessories for your channel setup? You can either do super chats or in the Discord. Actually, I do have PayPal if you want to help out that way. I have PayPal pay donate. It's just if you do PayPal. Not a lot of people do PayPal. Just a little something if someone wants to help out. I mean, awesome if you do want to help out. It's very, very thoughtful of you to even think about it. And it should show you. It should show whoever subscribes to the channel or any super chats do show up on screen in that too. So, and if you want to join the channel, like actually join the channel, you do get your perks. You got learner level, you got second level, and you got top dog level, and each one have different kind of perks as well. And I did make them, not expensive. You have a voodoo. Man, you got a voodoo. You know how much those voodoos are nowadays? They're so rare. They're a rare card. So I can only participate in. Oh, I guess I can do the ATI cards. So I can definitely run. I can do 3D Mark 05, 3D Mark 03. I know Skydiver is in this. That's like brutal that they put Skydiver in this. I can do Skydiver though. So no ES hardware specified, no server hardware unless, yep, single CPU sockets, okay, single GPU core. Yep, perfect. Add a picture of OC setup, and I always do. It's not all original. I had to replace 2 caps, remove 1 memory chip to get it working. You might be able to find memory chips for it and add it. Wow, master. Wow. Somebody find a pair of tweezers. He needs a hand. Let's see. Eugene's superposition, 3D Mark 11, time spy, and vantage. Nice. I like doing the vantage ones. I like. It's an old test. I like it. Use it as a walking stick. We want him to lay him down on his stomach? Well. Again, no ES, no server, no single, no CPU core. Add a picture of OC. Got it. Sweet. So I can do a few of these. Of course I can do LJ1155. I don't have a motherboard for it. No, I don't have a motherboard for it, unfortunately. What other CPUs? Like, 155. Yeah, I don't believe I have any that will work for it. Well, I guess my 3770K, but I don't really know if it's could be good for it. I can use my 3770K. Can't walk on Aaron's tore my ligaments. Multi-core, quad cores only, 4 core only. Okay. So I have a few, but I don't have any 2011s. Unfortunately, no 2011s, but that's all right. I could do a bunch for this competition. I can definitely do R23 single core. I can put my 3770K up to 5.2 gigahertz, so that would be good. And then maybe I can do some more overclocking on it and see what I can actually get out of it. But 5.2 gigahertz I should be able to do on single core. If they don't let, if they let me keep the 96T, I can ship it over when I'm done with it. I mean, don't need to do that. Be something to try out. I mean, again, I do want to get my hands on every CPU, every GPU, RAM kit, motherboard that I can. Like, seriously, everything. Oh, man, welcome to the level as a top dog, man. A top dog level. Absolutely insane. Whenever you need a hand with something, you just let me know. Absolutely insane. Thank you very much, man. How come it's not showing it? Everyone say, wow, top dog, really? Because he is. He's... Oh, wait. Did I know why you can't see it. I put it in the wrong spot. Or not. Top Dizzle. He's a top dog. Let's go. And absolutely insane, man. Dude, too much. Thank you very much. My first super on this stream. Let's go. $20 too. Absolutely insane, man. Again, welcome to the channel. I'm glad you're liking the content. And of course, I'm going to try to get something that's going to help out. Try to get some of the recommendations that you were providing. And for sure, I'll try to keep upgrading my my setups each time. Thank you very much, man. Absolutely insane. Thank you. come it's not showing the super though? Now I'm kind of miffed. It's not showing the super. It's not showing the super, guys. It should be on screen showing the supers. Again, thank you very much there, Jimmy. Thank you very much. Oh wow, too kind, man. Too kind, man. Okay, it's weird that his shows up, but yours doesn't. It's not showing up on screen though, guys. I'm sad that it's not showing up on screen. It should be showing up in a nice picture here. How do I do this? Oh, it's saying I'm signed out. Too kind. Thank you guys very much. I'll definitely be upgrading my setup. I'm not sure if I should get a backdrop or what. Let me know what you guys think would actually help out. Now you can buy 2 pizzas. They just topped my $30. Again, thank you guys so much. Too kind, too kind. Again, if you guys want to let me know what the money is spent towards, I will definitely do that. I will spend the money towards whatever you guys recommend. Do I need a break from the repair station, looking through these lenses and trying to move around tiny resistors, make my eyes burn? Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you, man. Yeah, I do soldering too. I do, again, work. 9950X 3D. Well, whatever I can, man. At the top, yeah. Is it? No. No, I have a special thing set up so that way it literally shows, like, over in the corner. It's supposed to show your name. It's supposed to be a nice... It's not working right now. Like, at all. I don't know why. Properties. Let's see. Do this. Maybe this will fix it. Nope. That didn't fix it. Now we're seeing double chat. No, it's supposed to show it like in a nice fancy thing, but it's not working. Okay. Yeah, if I could afford the 9950 X3D, yeah, for sure. Five Guys burger makes you happy, have it. Yeah, Five Guys is pretty good. If Jimmy sends you those parts, I'd be sweet to see overclock them and put them good use. I would definitely, I would be putting them good use. Definitely be putting them good use. Benchmarking everything I can, you know that. Trying to get the records. I got 12 so far, 12 records so far, and I'm going for a world record this year, so. I'll send the parts UPS. I just need to know where to send them if y'all want to PM me somehow. Yeah, I can message you through Discord if you want. I do not miss the days of bootstrap frequency tuning. Yeah, I do. I miss it. I love it, man. I love it. I used to modify all the players' cards too, which was really fun to do. I would like you to do SLI with the strict 1080 I sent you. That would be cool. Yeah, it would be pretty cool. It's right here behind the sticker. Yeah, for real, spend the money on whatever you want, fam. I'd recommend just a $10 tapestry. I don't know what that is. And a $20 RGB strip. Okay, I have an RGB strip but it's not set up, and it's not that great. Cheap and would go really far? Yeah, okay. I'll see what a tapestry is. I don't know what that is. Is it like a backdrop or some sort? Because I could definitely get a backdrop for a decent price. If that's what you mean. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I've talked to all the professional overclock. Again, I am in the best overclocking team there is. They joined my. I had a whole bunch of them join my live stream and asked me to join the best team in the world. So, of course, I joined the best team in the world. They want me to actually do dry ice, so that way I can dominate my actual rank in the whole world. Last year in Canada, for my rank, the apprentice rank, you can go up to dry ice. I do custom water loops that are chilled, and I was beating people on dry ice. In Canada, I was first place in my division. In Canada last year, I got fourth place overall against like LN2, dry ice, chilled water loops, air, and all that. So I was fourth place overall last year, and top 10 in the world or top 10 in Canada for overclocking. Looking to get better and better, of course, every year. Tapestry is like wall art that hangs on your wall from ceiling. Just a nice background. Ah, okay, gotcha. Give a shout out to Bloodslug. Yep, give a shout out to Bloodslug. He is, I've been talking to him as well. He's going to try to get me some deals on some actual CPU pots, so definitely would like to see if he's got any around that I can get off of him for a decent price in the future or soon would be nice too. But yeah, give a shout out to Bloodslug. He sells whole bunch of stuff on his thing, but most people will probably just want to get their CPU paste spreaders. Absolutely insane. They look absolutely amazing. Bloodslug makes some really cool extreme overclocking hardware as well. Yeah, just a backdrop. Okay, backdrop. Yeah, I'll definitely get something, man. I'll definitely get something, that way it looks better too. I did set up, like I said, some visuals here for people to see some hardware. It's definitely not all my hardware, but I mean, it's some hardware that looks fairly decent. Or two of the spatula, they're amazing. They are. They look absolutely amazing. I mean, again, Bloodslug. If you go to bloodslug.com, you can see some of his stuff that he does. I have shown it on my live streams and generally try to put it in my description so you can just click on it, but I haven't. I wish Hart was here so that way he can help with the chat. I'm not sure if he is here or not. He's a moderator for the channel. I'll call Vince and see what he took when AVGA closed their GPU production. No, he took a lot, man. Also Tin. I have to talk to Tin. Haven't talked to him. He's a very busy guy. Tin is a very busy guy. Otherwise, they're still sitting in the back in cold storage. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. Number one fan. I wish I wish it was working on the screen so everyone can see it on screen with its fancy animation too. Not sure why it's not working. Not sure why I can't even message you. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. I can message you on Discord. I should message you on Discord if you want. Message you on Discord. If anyone has any questions, Jimmy, if you have any kind of questions, I'll try to answer whatever you want to know, bud. I subscribed. I'll keep tabs. When I get situated, I'll figure out what I can send over. All right, man. You do what you got to do. It's always about, you got to worry about yourself as well, right? Hopefully you can get yourself situated fairly quickly, and thank you for the sub. You're in the Discord channel, right? Yeah, 10.6 is what you're getting with that one kit. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think you are in here. Yep, Jimmy Wells. Jimmy, and I'll message you. So this is me sending you a message right now. I think tonight after the stream, I'm gonna be restarting my whole PC and get everything set up again. I think I do need to restart it, reinstall Windows and everything, which is gonna take a while. So that's probably what I'll do after the stream tonight. I'll be streaming for a while now. Like I've only been streaming for about an hour and 40 minutes. So glad you're enjoying the content, man. Glad you're enjoying the content. I do try to show everything I can. I try to help out as many people that come through about PC hardware, PC builds, budget builds, expensive builds, custom water loops. Again, I do have multiple custom water loops, hardline or softline. Doesn't really matter. A whole bunch of PC hardware, like from DDR3 all the way up to DDR5. I'm really tuned on DDR5 overclocking, like to help people with that as well, to help them stabilize their RAMs, because DDR5 can be very, very difficult to overclock or even get stable. If they bought a kit of RAM and didn't work, well, there's a way to make them work generally. There you go. If anyone has questions, please let me know. We're talking about basically anything. So full clean out. Yeah, check out the Titus utility. Yeah, I definitely will. What do you mean full clean out? What do you mean by full clean out? Complex format? Oh, complete format. Yeah, like completely do a complete wipe. Yeah, I gotta do a complete wipe on it and then reinstall my Windows 11. Because I'm pretty sure when I did a really long stream and I recorded it accidentally when I had a pretty full hard drive to begin with. I have a 2 terabyte, but recording at 4K, you do a lot of there's it's a lot. It's a lot every hour. It's like 50, almost 50 gigs plus. And I recorded for a very long time and completely filled up my drive. And I'm pretty sure it like erased portions of the Windows. I've tried to do some like fixes on it as well, like Windows Fix and all that. It's not perfect. Sometimes my stream lags a little bit, and I'm having some issues with my GPU as well, even though I did a DDU, and it's still not working properly. There's a lot of things that are not working properly. A whole bunch of things are deleted and have to reinstall. Can't reinstall things, and yeah, it's really annoying. Yeah, and everything runs a lot better with a clean install. I've been using this Windows 11 for about 3 years now, so yeah, broken registry. Yeah, like it's completely messed. Unfortunately, and I've tried a whole bunch of things to fix it, and it's not fixing it. I am hardwired Ethernet into my PC for streaming and that. Still some lag. I've done a whole bunch of different like two YouTube server to my PC. No issues, but every once in a while there is a weird stutter, even though I'm dropping 0 frames. So I'm not sure what that issue is. So I'm pretty sure that was what happened. Make a boot disk and look up deploted Windows 11. Again, I work with the best overclockers in the world. I get their ISOs. I use their ISOs that they give me. Yep, bootable USB. And yeah, I do all that as well. But I'd rather keep it on my NVMe drive. Because I have actual like USB. I actually have USB Windows 10. I usually just upgrade from that. Windows 10 Pro. It's not what I have is no. It's not bootable USB. I actually have it sent for me from Windows. I bought Windows. I got Windows 10 Home and Windows 10 Pro that I usually just upgrade to Windows 11. Because if you do it that way, you also don't get as much bloatware, which is nice. And then I don't have to completely clean out and delete a whole bunch of stuff as soon as I download the Windows. Yeah, I got them like right here. Yeah, the customs cost is not cheap. Like actual Windows from Windows. Well, bam. Yeah, that's why I like Windows 10 as well. Windows 10 Pro. For the streaming and that and all, like streaming itself. In my opinion, Windows 11 on newer hardware and even overclocking on some things like newer hardware is better. Yeah, it's very fresh, clean, snappy. It's really snappy. That's why I do like Windows 10 as well. But I also like make ISOs for Windows XP, Windows 7 for when I gotta do overclocking on old benchmarks. We're talking like 20 plus year old benchmarks. So there's a lot of benchmarks a lot of people don't realize there is. There's a lot. There's a lot. Well, I'm old. I'm old, retired, and bored. So help out you guys. Like, this way I'm best paying back. Thank you very much, man. Again, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you to all my subscribers, donators, and super chats on this stream. Absolutely insane. Thank you. I was fortunate enough to start a telecom company overseas that is doing well. So that's nice. That's nice that you started something that's doing good, especially overseas. That's incredible. Just to show, just in case people are showing up. I'm not really keeping up with if there's any new viewers or not. So if anyone's new here, let me know. You can message me in the chat. There. Must be nice being retired. I don't know what I would do. I'd probably just benchmark all day long. Probably just be benchmarking all day long, every day. I can zoom in here. There we go. Make that look a little better. I just don't understand why Nvidia is still making 8GB cards. Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, also the 9060 XT is 8GB and 16GB, two different variants, but it kind of makes sense for the lower tier models. Oh, you still do consulting? I don't know if that'd be fun or not. I guess I do some of that for PC hardware, so. The 8GB is for the Chinese market. I don't know why the Chinese market would even want the 8GB. I really don't know why the Chinese market would want 8GB. There's a lot of AI out there too that even people like regular consumers do AI and machine learning. They're very restricted on games they can play. Oh, I did not know that. I wonder why they made them so restricted on games they can play. It's kind of odd. So like League, Dota, not graphically intense. Oh, gotcha. Just like the record that they got with the 5090D. It doesn't make sense how they got the 5090D record. It to me it makes sense. I don't know why they're promoting that the 5090D is outbeating 5090s. It doesn't. Our values don't translate. Yeah, very true. Very true there. I can 100% agree. It's propaganda. I think there's a lot of that anywhere you go, really. I guess that would be pretty bad out there, though. I don't know why anyone would want 8 gigabyte. Yeah, exactly. Especially by a new, yeah. So I have a 3070 Ti. Of course, it has 8 gigabyte, but for what I do, it's all I need, really. So yeah, China limits a lot of things. Yep. It's heavily controlled. Very heavily controlled. Very, very heavily controlled. Ooh. So yeah, so Radeon RX 9060 XT cards. So again, this is the Gigabyte. So Gigabyte Gaming OC. They got 16 model, and the Gaming OC. They got the 8 gigabyte. So far, that's the only one that I can find with the 8 gigabyte model is with by Gigabyte, and or Gigabyte's the only one that's showing the 8 gigabyte model. No other manufacturer is showing an 8 gigabyte model right now. So not sure what's going on there. So again, here's MSI that actually did like a little bit of a leak. It's all 16 gigabyte cards. Vanguard Gaming, you got the 2 fan models, 3 fan models, whites, and yeah, all 16 gig for the 5060 Ti. And then for the 5060 Ti for Gigabyte, they're showing 16 gigabyte models only. 9060 XT, they're showing 16 and 8 gigabyte, which is kind of odd. Maybe J37 Ti SC3 Ultra is my favorite card. Yeah, I have a binned 3070 Ti. I binned my 3070 Ti way back. It does very well. I got a whole bunch of records on it, and this year I would like to get 90% of the records for the 3070 Ti. I would like 90% of them. I got a third of the records right now on the 3070 Ti. I fired over my 700 XT, which I'm not impressed with. Now you're not impressed with it? Yeah, I don't know. I do like my 3070 Ti. It performs just fine, again, for the games that I do. I actually didn't like the 4090 at all. It was nothing but a problem. Ooh. Yeah, see, if a graphics card's gonna give you problems, then the 7900 XTX was okay with 24 gigabytes of VRAM. Just fine. Are you gonna be purchasing a 60? You mean like a 60? No, probably not. See what happens. If I can get the funds for it, for sure, but not sure. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. C3. Yeah, I was gonna say SC3. They don't have the Super Clock 3. Yeah, Extreme Clocked 3. Yeah. It's a good card. They have Super Clocked, so SSC. They don't have that in the 30 series cards, though, unfortunately. What 6 do you think of that would be purchasing? Like the 5060 or 9060 or the 60 series cards? Because right now the 50 series cards they're all right, but they're too new of hardware that's on them that needs to be optimized for all these games still. So the 60 series cards will probably be performing better than the 50 series cards right off the bat. 5060. Probably not. I would love a new card. Just to the fact that the newer cards have AV1 encoding. The 50 series cards have AV1 encoding, which is, top of the line. That's what you want is AV1. So I would like to get a 5060, but the prices here in Canada are not great. They're not great. So yeah, announcement. We'll see more about it April 15th, probably April 14th, 15th. We'll start see April 15th for sure. We'll see some benchmarks on the 5060 and 5060 Ti. But they are launching for the 5060 Ti. They're launching April 16th and in May. So probably the first week or second week of May, we'll see the 5060. At a 4013, oh man, nice. 4013, 3070 Ti EVGA. My memory chip literally exploded. That's brutal. Yeah, Nvidia 5060. Yeah. Yeah, Nvidia 5060 has AV1. Unfortunately, AMD has a problem with, well, not a problem, just their encoders are not as good. Even the B, like Intel's Battlemage cards outbeat AMD's top of the line cards for encoding. And it's like, is the 5060 going to be a 16 gigabyte and an 8 gigabyte card? No, it's going to be an 8 gigabyte card. So, don't think the 5060 will be a great option for a lot of people. I have a shower, a coffee, I have to run and return something, and I will be back in a little bit. All right, sounds good, man. See you in a bit. How much is it for you to buy a flagship Nvidia card local, brand new off the shelf? Just curious. Like if I went into Canada Computers, it's around 3,000. Amazon's 5,000 to 7,500. Yeah, in store, Canada Computers, it's just over $3,000 for a 5090. And like I said, Amazon, it's absolutely brutal on Amazon. 5,000 to $7,500 for 5090. MSRP prices are absolutely wild. I mean, brutal, absolutely wild. You know, I guess the best place to get a graphics card if you get some kind of app to alert you. Yeah, you'd have to be pretty quick on picking them up. Even if a 5060 is a 16 gigabit card without upscaling, it wouldn't. It's gonna be trash. Yeah, yeah, I can agree. I don't. Again, I don't think they are making a 16 gigabyte model though. The only thing, like a lot of people say, oh, you're gonna need more VRAM, more VRAM, more VRAM. VRAM doesn't necessarily account to performance. It's whether or not you're doing 4K games. It's more actual, memory. It's just memory to hold on. What you need is a bigger bit, like bit bus or bus bit. So like 128 isn't very much. 128. So here's we can see with these cards, memory bus here. It's not. It's that's what you really want to look at for performance is the memory bus. And the memory bus, if it's not very big, it cannot take that amount of data and then send it off. It cannot take that amount of data and send it off. And that's why these lower tier cards are not very good performing, even if they have 16 gigabytes of VRAM. And yeah, it's not cheap. Gotta go. I have errands to run. I'll try to catch you later. We still need to do the. Yeah, we do still do need to do the RAM overclocking. You got that? I have like 10 kits we can try. Yeah, we gotta go through them for sure. We gotta set up that Discord live stream, and we'll definitely do that for sure, man. Well, just message me, and we'll see a good time to do that. Hopefully, you can figure out your errands, and hopefully, you have a good weekend. If I don't see you again, I guess I'll probably talk to you on Discord. All right, sounds good, man. Peace. Same thing with like memory bandwidth. Memory bandwidth helps performance, but it doesn't give you actual performance. Like, yeah, my 4060 had 128-bit bus. Yeah, and it's only 8 PCIe lanes, so the memory bandwidth was really low on it. Same thing with the 5060. It's gonna be eight lanes, which is good for some people if they don't have a high-end CPU. If they don't have a high-end CPU, they're only gonna have 16 lanes. If they only have 16 lanes, well, guess what? That's one graphics card, no NVMe drive. As soon as you put an NVMe drive, you're knocking the graphics card down to 8 PCIe lanes anyways. So that's what a lot of people don't realize on that. And then even if you knock it down to 8, it's not going to give you like terrible performance, but you're not getting the performance that you would normally see with 16, like full 16 PCIe lanes. That's why the 4060 was good for some people, and that's why I think the 5060 is good for some people. Because not everyone has a high-end CPU with 24 PCIe lanes. Plus the wattage looks like it's gonna be pretty good in these cards too. 180 for the 5060 Ti is, I think, a little high, and 150 for the 5060 is all right. I think the 9060 XT is gonna be around 150, and then the 9060 is gonna be around 120. Do you think there would be any difference if it was on AM4 platforms versus an AM5? What kind of performance would you lose? Depends on, like, for if you're talking about gaming, just overall, like 4K gaming, you're not gonna have as much like throughput in that, right? With AM4 as AM5. Also, AM4 is also more optimized for more games, or have been optimized in more games. AM5 is still fairly new, and there's a lot of games that probably have not been fully optimized for AM5 yet. So, from the testing they're doing with Gen 5 by 8, you get the same performance as Gen 3 by 16. Yep. Yep. Which isn't great, in my opinion. It's not great, but I mean, if you can fully utilize Gen 3 by 16, then that's not bad. That's not bad at all. We haven't fully utilized Gen 4 by 16 in any of our graphics cards. So that's one thing that a lot of people don't know too, is we haven't even fully utilized Gen 4. Yeah, some games might actually run better on AM4. Have you not heard AMD is coming out with some more AM4 CPUs? AMD actually came up with more AM4 CPUs. They're new, brand new AM4 CPUs. It's more CPU related than CPU platform. You gotta be more specific. Yeah, you gotta be specific on a bunch of things. 5700X3D, it's good. Can't say anything wrong with the 5700X3D. It's not terrible. Yeah, CPU architectures can help with things. Core clock, like actual having a faster core clock can help some games. Like there's so many variances of like what could perform better for certain games and that, right? Like a lot of people have commented on some of my comments about the 1080 Ti outbeating the 4060. I'm sorry, the 1080 Ti does outbeat the 4060 in a lot of cases. The 4060 is 8 PCIe lanes. It has less actual bandwidth on it. It may be a newer architecture. The only thing that 4060 has going for it, it has decent ray tracing cores. 1080 Ti, you can't do ray tracing because it's actually disabled for the games, because if you enabled ray tracing on 1080 Ti, and yes, you can do technically ray tracing on 1080 Ti, you would see a couple frames. That's it. Like there's so many things that go on with games and architectures and core speeds and bandwidth and bus speeds. There's a lot. we'll have to talk more about those new CPUs when I get back. Sounds good, man. Yeah, this AMD just came out with a bunch of new AM4 CPUs. What do you mean by that when you say we haven't fully utilized fully Gen 4 by 16? The actual bandwidth and so bandwidth on these new cards, these Gen 5 cards, are actually uh, Gen 4 is 32 gigabits per second for bandwidth through it for full 16 lanes. And technically, there is a setting that you can do up to 64 gigabits per second out of PCIe Gen 4, but Gen 5 cards can do 32 gigabits per second bandwidth, right? Now put that in Gen 4, you're fully utilizing Gen 4 with that graphics card. Gen 5, you're not. But it's double. You'd have to have like 60, like up to 64. Yeah, we haven't fully utilized Gen 4 by 16 yet. We have 21 gigabits per second Gen 4 cards. That's what we got. I got 7000X3D and 9070XT. Very happy with that build. Nice, man. Nice. You should be very happy with your build. That should be a fairly good performing build for 1440p. I wouldn't say 4K, but for 1440p, that'd be a really good build. Or 1080p, really high frames. Yes, I vouch. I have both cards without ray tracing. Obviously, the GTX 1080 Ti stomped this shit out of my 4060 in every game I play. I play a lot of different games too. Yeah, and you should see the comments I get. The comments I get saying, well, they like copy and paste from a spot, like whatever they were looking at. They literally like, copy and paste that. Oh, it has all this, and 1080 Ti doesn't have ray tracing, this, that. I'm like, did you even listen to my video? Did you even listen to my short? That is not what I said. What I said was the 1080 Ti outperforms the 4060 in most cases. Most cases, and not ray tracing. That is what I said. Like, did you even read or listen to what I said? Yep. Yep. There is a setting. I did not accomplish that. I have to figure out what board. I just read up on it. I read up on it that there was an actual setting that you can like basically double the amount of bandwidth through PCIe Gen 4 by 16. I'll get a full detailed explanation on the settings, what boards can actually utilize that. It might just be for servers, but I'm pretty sure there's a couple of boards out there for consumers that have that as well. Yeah, yeah. We can do 32 gigabits per second for bandwidth on Gen 4 by 16, and yet Gen 4 cards, Gen 4 GPUs, again, 21.5 I think is the best we got. So even though we have PCIe Gen 5 cards, like, it's only 32 gigabits per second, which means we're maxing out Gen 4. We're not even close to Gen 5. But yeah, I'll definitely get you some information on that. I can even make a video if you want, or I'll probably do some shorts as well about what boards actually can do 64 gigabits per second of bandwidth. PCIe bandwidth, right? Which would be really good for some people that got to do like LLM, machine learning and AI stuff. The maximum I'm able to get out of my 3070 Ti is 21.5. Yeah, a lot of people a lot of people didn't know that. I come out with a lot of shorts, that have facts in it, and it's because I just go through a whole bunch of manufacturers' pages and all that, and what new stuff, old stuff, and what we have utilized, what we haven't utilized on a lot of older architectures, what has been taken out. Even if it's just for servers, that's amazing. Yeah, it'd be insane to be able to do PCIe Gen 4 64 gigabits per second. Now, is it like gonna be a full utilized 64 gigabits per second? I don't know. And also, what GPU would you be able to use for that, or GPUs? Like, you do like dual core CPUs with what RAM? What RAM would they be using to be able to accomplish that? Because that's what it is. That's what RAM would they be accomplishing that can reach those speeds to be able to do that? I don't know. I actually don't know. I like to come up with facts too, so that way if there's someone that actually knows something about it, maybe they'll comment in the comment section, but it's more or less a bunch of trolls or people that don't know anything and just say I'm wrong. Well, they search it on Google. They just search it on Google and they read the first thing. They don't actually go through a whole bunch of different manufacturer pages or places that have actually talked about. They just read the first thing and just say, "Oh, you're wrong." No, you have you actually done actual research on it, like gone through multiple pages to make sure that the facts you're saying is correct? Because you have to go through a whole bunch. Your stream is lagging extremely far behind right now. Oh no, I just calculated and it's 2 minutes average between us and you. 2 minutes. I'm on low latency. I don't know how I'm lagging. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I have to completely redo my Windows, reinstall everything, and it should fix the issue. No frames dropped. I've done a whole bunch of server testing for YouTube server to me, no issue. I've done OBS as well for server testing, and nothing, no issue there. I am plugged into Ethernet, and not sure what could be wrong. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I have to completely reinstall Windows. Something messed up in the registry. Unfortunately, so my apologies there. I wanted to do that this morning when I went to do groceries, but when I set it to do it, I didn't sit here and then click all the clicks to make sure I did it, and it didn't do anything. I just came back and I'm like, well, that was a waste of time, because I could have had it all done by the time I was done my grocery shopping this morning. So yeah, I'll definitely do that. I'll do that after the stream. I'm not sure if I'll stream for much longer, so that way I can get it done. I got a lot of people that join my streams around 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. and later, so generally I do have 30 40 people watching from those times on. Yes, people love Google. Yeah, they love Amazon reviews or Amazon Top Choice. I do Amazon reviews too, and I let people know about the certain stuff I have or have used off of Amazon and give actual reviews, like what's good and not. Yeah, Top Choice. They live their lives by, yeah, exactly, they do. Yep. Oh, it's got tons of reviews. It must be really good, and it's like, nah, well, there's other options too that could be better, and you just don't know about it. Just because you're going off of like the best review, or like all the top YouTubers and that saying the best of the best is then, and then 2 weeks later there's something else that's better, and then it's like, oh, I'm using that, I'm using this right now, and it's the best there is, and then 2 weeks later, oh, I'm using this now, I should have went with this. It's like, you just made everyone go out basically buy that, and then 2 weeks later you're saying that this is better, this is way better, it has all these features, this one doesn't have all these features. Why? Because you got sponsored. Because you got sponsored. Yeah, and some people like to make sure they go off the right reviews and that, right? Because lots of people buy it and it gets good reviews, and it's good. That's why people like buying CPUs and GPUs off me on Amazon when I did do that. Pricing right now in Canada is insane for that, so I stopped doing it. But I usually do buy GPUs and CPUs and then sell them off sometimes. And then I have 100% review, and people like the 100% review. I like the 100% review on eBay because it gives you a discount off of shipping. Even though even that discount doesn't help me a whole lot, because shipping here is insane. Insane in the membrane. Yep, there's probably a whole bunch of people that like the reviews and that, but I like to review stuff as well, but I try to do the right thing. I'm out of here, buddy. I'll check in tonight and join the stream if you're live. You have a blessed day. You too, man. And again, thank you so much for the super chats and joining the channel. It does help out more than you know. So yeah, if you have any questions when you come back, I'll answer everything you got, and I'll try to get you some more information there on Discord. If anyone is new to the channel, welcome. If you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll try to help you out to the best of my knowledge. some models of the cards that's out. Maybe I will end the stream a little bit earlier than what I wanted and then actually restart my PC so that way I can have a nice clean stream again. No lagging whatsoever. Cause it's not actually anything that's my issue server or anything like that either. I've done all the tests. 0 frames dropped, 0 server issues, so there's gotta be something else going on there. If anyone's just joining in and wants to ask any questions, let me know. Yes, sir, I'll be checking in frequently, man. I shared your content on my Facebook, too. Too kind, man. Thank you very much for the help. That does help out a lot. Awesome. Thank you very much, man. So I actually might be ending the stream here shortly. So if anyone has any questions, please let me know now. So that way I can not to end the stream if you have any questions. And I'll try to answer everything because I want to end the stream. I got to do some things so that way I can have a little bit better of a stream. Then I have to do a bunch of other testing as well. So that way I can keep these streams looking very, very crisp and clean. Peace. Thanks again there, Jimmy. Have yourself a good day. And hopefully we'll see you later on. I think that is what I'm going to do, though, is end the stream so that way I can make sure everything's good to go, because it does take a while to reset up everything. A lot of things need to be reset up after I reset my Windows here. So, again, if anyone has any questions, I'll answer them right now. I'll give you about 5 minutes here, and if you have any questions, let me know. Alright, I'm going to be ending the stream here. So, again, thank you. This has been another amazing live stream. Got a bunch of new members for the channel. Crazy amount of super chats again. Thank you all so much. It has been absolutely insane the past few weeks. So again, thank you all to my viewers, subscribers, and donators. You guys are helping out this channel more than you know. So again, thank you very much. And insane. Thank you very much again and again and again. It's been absolutely amazing. So I'm gonna end the stream here. I'll try to be back on here later. I'll be back on later as fast as I can, basically. And hopefully we can have a nice clean stream setup again. Maybe I'll change up the backdrop again, or the back display here, and show a little bit new stuff if anyone wants to see some new stuff. So again, thank you everyone so much, and as always, don't forget to get her done.